Welcome to Reporter 247 channel, the place to update the fastest and most accurate news. Kosovo's prime minister has accused Serbia of inciting fascist mobs to create unrest in the country. He warned that this violence could lead to further destabilization of the region. He urged all sides to reciprocate to the calls for peace and to take steps to address the underlying causes of the unrest. Kosovo's prime minister has blamed fascist mobs under the control of Serbia's government for the recent outbreak of violence in the north of the country, despite the US's request for him to relocate recently appointed mayors. The situation escalated to the point that over 30 NATO peacekeepers were injured, leading the alliance to deploy an additional 700 troops to the area. Adding to the seriousness of the situation, Serbian President Aleksandar Vučić put the Serbian army on high alert. In a statement, the NATO peacekeeping mission KFOR reported that Italian and Hungarian peacekeepers suffered from traumatic wounds, fractures, and burns due to the usage of incendiary explosives. Yesterday's violence was an unacceptable and irresponsible act, and we are fortunate that no lives were lost, Kosovo Prime Minister Albin Kurti said in a phone call to The Guardian from Pristina. He added that several NATO peacekeepers were still in hospitals. Kurti attributed the incident to Belgrade's orchestration of the boycott during April's election, where the majority Serb population refused to participate, leading to a drastically low voter turnout. Although ethnic Albanians make up over 90% of Kosovo's population, the Serbs in the northern area have been insisting on the EU-mediated 2013 agreement to set up autonomous municipalities. The manifestations of violence have been widely condemned. However, Western allies of Kosovo also voiced concern over the country's decision to appoint mayors. On Friday, the U.S. Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, issued an unprecedentedly stern rebuke to a U.S. ally. Expressing dismay that the decision to use force to access municipal buildings in the north had been taken against the advice of the U.S. and European partners and had harshly and needlessly intensified tensions. Kurti highly disapproved of the statement, dubbing it as pacifying. Vučić, "I think it's both unfair and wrong and hurtful, besides being ultimately very naive," stated Kurti to The Guardian, on a telephone call from Pristina. "I hope Secretary Blinken further explains the situation, but in any case, it wasn't beneficial." Post this, Kurti reportedly spoke to Gabriel Escobar, the U.S. Special Envoy for the Balkans. According to Kurti, Escobar asked the Kosovan authorities to move the mayors to different premises or have them work from home, a proposal he refused. "We cannot have Zoom mayors. We are a democratic republic. We cannot submit to fascist militia," declared Kurti. In light of the recent clashes in Kosovo, the U.S. ambassador to the country, Jeff Hovigny, has informed the Financial Times that the U.S. will suspend their joint military drills with Kosovo and postpone diplomatic meetings indefinitely. Hovigny further commented, "I would be surprised if, in this situation, Kosovo officials would visit the U.S." Despite this, the new mayors appointed will continue to work from their municipal offices, and Prime Minister Albin Kurti defended their legitimacy, noting that the legitimacy of others is zero. Kosovo's West backing has yet to help the country gain acceptance from certain international organizations, such as the UN, due to non-recognition from Russia, China, and 5 EU nations. The EU-mediated deal this year proposed the provision of Serb rights in the north, in exchange for Kosovo's acceptance into worldwide organizations. However, much still needs to be done to ensure its implementation, and NATO has responded by deploying nearly 700 more troops as a reserve force to the area. Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg confirmed this at a press conference in Oslo yesterday, remarking that a battalion of reserve forces were put on high alert for potential deployment if necessary. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next videos. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with the latest news. Goodbye.